What up, Dokkaners? They have announced and revealed the link for the Global Dokkan Campaign 2026 Dokkan Now special. It is set to drop at the same time as the incoming watch party, August 28th, 7:30 p.m. PDT. That's my time zone. If you want to know exactly what time it's going to be for your time zone, click the link in the description and it will take you to this YouTube page, and you'll see on the bottom left what time that is for your time zone. It's basically 2.5 hours after that day's global reset. This does give us a couple of answers as far as logistics, but before we get to any of that, I kind of want to start with something that I'm not typically doing in these sorts of videos. I'm going to be negative and I'm going to be a little cynical here because, to be honest, I'm a little upset. And you might think that this is because I wasn't picked, and that's actually not. I promise you it's not. It's more so because how this whole watch party thing seems to be treated in my mind. It really feels like they phoned it in. It really feels like they just didn't care this time, but they kind of had to just do it. And so they're doing it for the sake of doing it, because this whole event was meant to be for fans who were randomly selected to get to go to a special event and enjoy Dokkan with their friends and, you know, just otherwise enjoy the whole experience. Community Fest last year was incredible. It was basically like a small convention. There was a venue, there was a set amount of Dokkan players. Granted, it was just, you know, one for each party, but people got to congregate, people met other people. Truth and Iron Cane were there. I might have been there, maybe not, who knows. And there were the producers, they had scavenger hunts, there was a brand new game mode that they were exclusively showing people. Like, it was a whole thing that went on for what, like 5-6 hours. It was actually a very fun time. This time you're joining people at the event in LA. You're gonna watch the live stream with fellow players, receive exclusive event giveaways, so like a goodie bag. This event will consist of only the live stream viewing and the giveaway distribution, which probably means no catering, like no snacks. The producer will not be present at the venue. So like the VIPs, the people that you might actually want to meet besides just your friends, are not going to be there. It just feels like this is a very much a hand-me-down version of last year. And on top of that, to add insult to injury, this is my cynical take. Something about this is ticking me off. On top of that, you couldn't even give the watch party viewers an exclusive experience. It's all happening at the same time. Those in attendance will watch it at the same time as everyone else in their undies watching it from the privacy of their own home. Now, that's great for the global audience. I'm not saying that that's bad. It's just more so like, what's the point of going to the event? If you've got friends, you can hang out with your friends and talk about Dokkan anyway. Like, people already do that. You don't need a reason like this to do that here. I suppose maybe for like certain people. But the other thing is, people are going out of their way to attend this. And I'm going to give one example. And like, my boy Ningen is actually able to come out here, which is so awesome. But the problem is, it just feels like he's attending something that really doesn't need to be attended. And just like, he doesn't have to. You can just watch it from his stream. It just feels like those people who really want to attend this thing are kind of going for no reason other than just a goodie bag. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a little over dramatic. Maybe I'm being upset over nothing. It just, something about this rubs me the wrong way. At the very least, if you gave the viewers live in attendance like a 1 hour head start, a 1 hour exclusivity or something like that, it would have been nice. It would have just made them feel a little bit more special, you know? But everyone is learning about it at the same time, so yay. I will be doing a live stream because I will be watching this live with y'all in my undies. Not with you guys in my undies. I'm gonna be in my own home, you're gonna be in your home, but we're all gonna be on our undies, right? Because it's hot. Oh, that's another thing. It is hot as in LA. All right, and like the next 12 days or something like that, dude, it is gonna be balls hot. That's not gonna be fun. It's like you're hanging out with Nova Shenron, like he's hugging you. It's bad. Anyway, negativity over. Hello, how you doing? So the Global Dokkan Campaign Dokkan Now special is going to be happening 7:30. My guess is 2 hours after that, at the earliest, we will jump into the GDC summons. We had it for Tanabata, where they announced the character, and then just hours later, they released the unit, which is great for consumers, but it's a disaster for me. I really hope it doesn't happen that way. If it is going to happen that way, at least let it be a little bit later, but that's just, again, my own personal opinion. But that's kind of where I see this going, because I do think this is 7 days after the 21st. We're already 2 days into countdown week, so we only just got 5 days left. And so I don't know if they're going to wait any longer. I think the banner is going to drop that same day. I think we're going to see the Dokkan Now special. We're going to get the data download as soon as the Dokkan Now special is over. And then we'll just, bam, jump right into GDC Part 1. what is going to be in this Dokkan Now special? I went back to last year, the watch party that happened at the same time. It wasn't for GDC. It was for Tanabata. Remember, last year, things were a little bit wonky, where GDC was actually 6 months apart from anniversary, which was better. And they moved Tanabata to a few months afterwards, which, again, I think is better. Now, GDC and Tanabata have essentially swapped. But this is still at the same time. This is still the same sort of build-up and hype. So I think it's a good way to see how things were last year to see what it's going to be like this year. Also, funny enough, the part 2 for this was what we had at Community Fest. And at the Community Fest, wasn't there some level of exclusivity to that? Like, it was like an hour or two, I think. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. But anyway, so we're going to go ahead and check this out. So here it is. Oh, you're new. Forgot your name. So we had the Dokkan Now Info on Events Stone Viewer Challenge. So let's start there. First of all, this was back when Geppy was not the main producer. It was Omatsu. But they were both in attendance. We had a simultaneous viewer challenge. Maximum view. See, even another reason to not attend. Dragonstone giveaway for reaching 70k viewers 20. If it's 30 times 10. If it's 50 times 15. Which is hopefully not something we deal with this time. I feel like we're gonna shatter whatever stone challenge there is. Okay. And then they start going into the login stuff. We still didn't know what was going on for this. And then they talked about the Purunga Dragon Ball campaign. We will most definitely be getting a Purunga Dragon Ball campaign because they've already talked about it in the red Dragonstone section. That news update, we already got notice that this is going to be dropping. So don't be surprised when they announce the Purunga Dragon Ball campaign coming up, which means 5 sets of 3 wishes, 15 wishes. Wait, is it going to be 3? Or is it going to be 3 or 5? I'm going to hope it's 5, but if it's not, it's 3. 9 to 15 free wishes, but still free opportunities to get redstones. And I've noticed a couple of people in the comments of my streams and stuff, you're starting to experience that overabundance of redstones. That's a good thing to have, because at some point there's going to be a character that you need so badly, you're going to have to break the bank for it, and you'll be ready. All right, Purunga Dragon Ball campaign, very key. I think it's just going to be 15. Like, they're never going to go back, right? Not at this juncture. Was this a new red zone that they announced here? Wait, 5 times. Shut up, me. How many? 5, 6. Next we'd like to introduce a new event. Yeah, Pure Saiyan's Red Zone. So I will not be surprised if they do something like this. Red Zone Namek Saga or something like that, you know? For sure. They have to start dropping events for this new meta that's coming up. Oh yeah, they gave us a new series. So we'll have that. We'll also have whatever this is. Or you know what? Actually, we'll have serious. We're gonna have Collection of Epic Battles Stage 2, Namek. If they say that here, that's still not giving anything away because we know it's gonna be Namek. Like the way that they've been doing all this stuff so far, it's gonna be Namek. So this isn't going to be much of a shocker. That's my guess anyway. And then they gave us new challenges for Festival of Battles. Yeah, you know what? Bring it on. Give us more of that. Just give us a lot of stuff, you know? You can obtain 15 Dragonstones and a unique title. Okay, good for you. All right. And then we get the reveal. This was a big surprise. I don't think anybody was really seeing this coming, but this is where we get the reveal. So they will be revealing LR Kaioken Goku and LR second form Frieza. I don't know. I'm trying to be different here. I'm trying to be a maverick. Second form Frieza LR. That's my guess. I don't know. He'll turn into third form, then he'll turn into final form. Let's see. No, it'll be like Kefla. So second form Frieza will turn into third form Frieza after a couple of turns, and then we'll active skill into Frieza, and then Frieza will have. Does Frieza get an active skill? Isn't that how it works? I don't remember. It's like the Kefla thing. Whatever. Just don't listen to me. Okay. After that, after the reveal, they show all the card art stuff. So yeah, my prediction is that the TUR for both Goku and Frieza will do a kick. We went on a good little stretch there where the kicks weren't happening, and by stretch I mean like 1 anniversary. But I think we're gonna go back to kicks because it just feels wrong not having kicks in the TUR. Okay, and then we'll see the full breakdown, the full animation suite for the characters. So yeah, you know what? Actually, there's something that I need to mention in the in your game, actually, they've already put information about the covering mechanic. So there could be something with that. Let me actually show you real quick. So if we look right here and we're clicking on a character's info, you're going to see the usuals like attacks received, all this stuff, right? But if you click on them specifically to read what they do and you scroll all the way to the bottom, there's a new one here that says the number of times covering is activated. The number of times the character activates covering for an ally will be displayed. The count will increase by 1 every time covering is activated. The damage value displays the total damage recorded during covering. Now, I still think that they're only putting that in there because of Dokkan Frontier, because my guess is still that that is going to be a part of Frontier only. But you never know. Maybe they introduce this also in like the normal streamlined summons and stuff. Maybe they'll talk about it. That's just, I wanted to share that with you guys because somebody pointed out on a live stream, which was very interesting. And yeah, also, I am in the middle of literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of friend summons. All right, anyway, let's get back to it. So they'll go over the character, whatever new mechanics, or maybe they'll just give us another EX one. Oh, please no EX, please. Please don't do that to me. They'll go over both. Actually, yeah, you know what? Because we're going to be having 2 characters, I wonder if there's going to be any reversible exchange going on. Maybe one of them will be reversible exchange. Okay, so look, here's your question of the day. If there were to be a reversible exchange, and let's just say, assuming it's going to be Goku and Frieza on Namek, which of the 2 characters could conceivably have a reversible exchange? Because honestly, it's kind of hard to choose. Maybe Krillin, Gohan, and Goku. I think it has to be, because like Frieza can't do anything except like Zarbon, Dodoria, and like Frieza. Nah, that'd just be terrible. I think it has to be Goku, but that just sucks. I don't want there to be a reversible exchange. I mean, I do, because like reversible exchanges are pretty cool, but like, I don't know. I feel like it would just ruin the sanctity of these Namek characters. We haven't had good Namek units in a while. So you know what? I take it back. Ignore that. You didn't pay attention anyway, so what does it matter? All right, let's move on past this. They talk about the characters. Cool, more animations. Araku. Yep, we get to see everything about them. Very nice. This goes on for a while. This goes on for a long time. And then they announce EZAs. So this isn't just like Tanabata or anything. This is a big time GDC. We're not just gonna see one. We're not just gonna see one EZA. We're gonna see a plenty. I am predicting we are gonna be getting at least 4 or 5 EZAs announced. A couple of prominent ones, EZAs and super EZAs maybe. And then we'll get a couple like sub EZAs and stuff. The thing is, it's probably not going to be Namek because Namek just doesn't have much to work with. So we'll see. I had recently been kind of going out on a limb and saying that we're going to get a crazy new super EZA. And so I'm just going to remind you guys of my crazy prediction. Assuming it is Namek, I think they are going to jump the gun a la the Int UI super EZA, and they're going to give Dokkan Festival TUR Goku a super EZA. He got his EZA back in 2022. It's been 4 years. So, I mean, why not? You've already shaken things up and broken precedent with UI, so might as well go crazy with this one too. That is my random wildcard prediction. We'll do another predictions video later on. All the EZAs and stuff, very cute. Okay, and then after that, they do an update on the Dragonstone Challenge thing. And I think at this point, we either just won or we lost. If we're on the losing side, they'll probably give it more time. But if we win it, then it'll be over right there. And then I think they do the Dragonstone Challenge, right? Yeah. Water balloon fishing. I didn't know what was going on here. But yeah, they did this like whole water balloon fishing thing, and that kind of just takes up the rest of the time. Which, I mean, yeah, these things are cool. It's nice to see them kind of doing these sorts of things. Just again, man, there's a watch party happening in LA, and y'all ain't even there. This would have been actually, dude, it would have been so much cooler for the people in attendance, where if you did all of this live in Los Angeles in front of that audience, and either they get to participate or just get to watch as you guys do all this stuff. I don't know. It would have been a crazy production maybe, and I don't know, would have been a little bit more legal hoops to jump through or whatnot. But I just feel like, God, I can't shake this feeling that it's just like these poor lucky people are just getting ripped off. I don't know. I just feel so bad. Okay. After all that's done, they start talking about, oh yeah, the gift campaign. The gift can. I don't think I. Oh, you know what? I did win one of these. I won a 1,000. No, not 1,000. A couple hundred link skill orbs, rainbow link skill orbs. This was like on the cusp of my ending the link level run. Where'd my music go? Oh my god, I haven't been having any music for the last whatever. Yeah. So I won one of those. It was either Link skill orbs or some old hand-me-down like Samsung tablet. I made the right choice. I'm very proud of my choice. Okay, and then what else are they talking about here? We are planning to hold this event regularly and are planning to hold it twice in 2025. Yeah, the 2 more happen in Japan. And I guess, yeah, so it'll be 3 times every year. Once in LA, because LA is the center of the world, apparently. And then twice in Japan. Okay. And then what else did they talk about? They talked about explaining information. Still in development. So while incorporating valuable opinions. Oh, this is in regards to the Dokkan Frontier. At this point, we didn't know what it was yet, but we were getting close because we already knew that people were going to be experiencing this for the first time just a couple weeks later. So yeah, that was, I mean, I don't know if we're going to have anything like this again, but they'll probably talk about some housekeeping updates like, you know, this is coming up, maybe summon skip. Dude, I was talking about this on my live stream recently. I never cared for summon skips. Never cared for it. I enjoy summoning. I have fun summoning with you guys. I'm not addicted to it, but I just don't mind it. I think it's fun. But after going through what I went through with the friend summon stuff, I 100% support Truth and Garesh's incessant complaining about summon skips. We need it. We do. And if you don't understand what I'm going through with the friend summons, I will make a video talking about it because something unbelievable happened, and I am winning, but I'm failing up basically in like the most glorious, stupid way. Anyway, back to this. No more tangents. That's about it here. They do like the cross-promoting stuff, maybe with like cards or whatever, but they also mentioned the stone shop, the web store, and that's about it. So this whole event for one reversible exchange LR went from an hour to an hour and 48 minutes. So this kind of lines up with the timing that we're getting from the venue itself. I was given this insider information. The venue opens at 6, or I guess 7 p.m. Oh, no. 6 p.m. So there's an hour and a half of just sitting there? Dude, if I actually went, I'd be found out. Okay. An hour and a half of just sitting there. And then the live stream begins at 19:30. And then the event is done. It's a 3-hour event. Okay. You're just watching a movie. And it ends an hour and a half, or starts at 19:30. So that's 7:30 when it starts for us. And then it just ends an hour and a half later. So if I were to guess, it's probably going to be about an hour 15 for the Dokkan Now special. That's what I'm going to guess there. And there'll be a little bit less of the housekeeping stuff at the end. This part will probably be a little bit lighter because there's going to be a lot more stuff going on with the new character info and like the EZAs and stuff. So yeah, it's going to be a fun time for most of us. And yeah, we'll see what they've got here. They're very neutral with their fonts, their coloring here, so nothing is being given away. I'm probably going to want to rip these logos though, so I can use these for thumbnails. But yeah, if you are going to the global watch party, congratulations on being chosen. Or, you know, if you're a +1, congratulations on having an awesome friend. And my condolences for having to drive all the way there for something that you could achieve by just walking into your bedroom and turning on your computer. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, obviously leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments, do you guys agree with my cynical, rare, negative take on this whole like watch party thing? Anybody else feel like this just kind of blows? Let me know your thoughts on that. But more importantly, what do you guys expect coming out of this Dokkan Now special? Do you expect some hype? What are some characters you're looking forward to seeing? Do you think they're going to be dropping the banner just hours after this Dokkan Now special is done, or do you think it's going to be far later than that? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let each know you want to see more stuff doing. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned and ours to Dokkan responsibly.